Hello everyone, it's the Cursing Seamstress. I'm back with another video. It's been probably 3 to 4 weeks since I made a video, and it is now the middle of July, and I have been sewing quite a bit. Some of the things that I have sewn I have already given to my grandchildren. I do have a photograph of one thing that I made for the 4-year-old, and I will try to insert that into this video so you can see it. All right, so let me put my glasses on so I can see. I'll start out with some patterns that I bought. McCall's, I guess it was just McCall's, was having a sale. And so I bought 3 patterns. The first one is McCall's M6598, and it's this pattern. There is like a, I don't know, a jumpsuit. It's really loose, and then a long gown kind of thing. And there are some alternative versions, a shorter gown, and anyway, it looks interesting. I don't know what I was thinking about, probably pajamas. I don't know. I thought it looked interesting, so I bought it. I think the patterns were $2.99 or something. The next one is McCall's M7562. This is also, I don't know, I found this attractive. It's a dress for woven fabrics. There's a, they give you the option of a contrasting fabric on the short dress. Then there's a longer version with ties at the shoulders, and then a version that has a high-low hem. So I have some fabric in mind for that. And this one, I just couldn't say no to this one. I had looked at this actually before when the pattern was full price and wasn't willing to pay the full price and also to pay for the shipping. This is it. This is a children's pattern. It's McCall's M6304. I especially bought it for the little boy's romper. I like the short version. The little girl's dress is also really cute. So I've actually sewn several versions or several of these with different fabrics. Not so sure about the fabric choice for this. My daughter asked me if it's more appropriate for a girl or a boy. I had in mind a boy, but this fabric is Waverly fabric. It did come from Walmart, and it's fairly substantial. I did not embellish this at all. There are 2 buttons here. I did not put pockets on it. The pattern calls for 2 pockets to go on the front. But the options are really pretty much unlimited. You could put a pocket across the top, the very front here, and you can also put some pockets. Oh, I lied. I put a pocket. I did go back after I had made it, which made it a little bit more difficult. I put a side pocket on. It doesn't really stand out because it's the same fabric, but it's really adorable. It looks a little bit wide. I have not tried this on a little boy. This is a size 4. The pattern that I got is a 2-3-4, and what I've been doing is I sewed several of the 4s, and then I started tracing the pattern so that I could make the 2 and the 3. I think I'm done tracing the size 3, and I've actually made one size 3. So that's that, and this is very simple to make. The substantialness of this fabric actually made it easier to make. The other one that I made is in a little bit of a lighter weight fabric, and I didn't bring actually the second one that I made, which was in a lightweight striped, this fabric right here. And that's my least favorite. It came out fine, but it just, I don't know, it didn't lie flat as well as I wanted it to around the neckline. So this pattern is so simple. If you're a new sewer or just looking for something quick and easy to make, this pattern is it, and it's adorable. So this is it. This one, instead of hemming it, I put bias tape around it. And what I did was I sewed the sides together. I did not sew the inseam, and I put the bias tape on to go all the way around to the inner seam here, and then sewed the inseam together. And I did this little pocket with an anchor on it. This fabric is a very neutral fabric. It's a blue on gray, so it's probably more appropriate for a little boy. As a matter of fact, I think the pattern is more appropriate for a little boy. So that's that. The only issue that I had with sewing this, and it was not a terrible issue and it was easy to fix, is that I found that the facing ended up being slightly smaller when I started pinning it around to the neck and the armholes. And I ended up having to sew up the center seam. This has a seam down the front and also down the back. And I did have to sew it a little bit tighter and for that facing to fit. And that happened, I think, on 2 of these rompers that I've sewn so far. Something that might fix that would be to go ahead and stay stitch this on the romper around the neckline to prevent any stretching out. So, but again, it was very, very easy to fix. I love making zippered pouches. I think they're just so useful and they're so cute. This is the fabric that I got from a thrift store. It's a laminated cotton, and on the inside I put a yellow fabric, a yellow woven cotton. The zipper is yellow, and I put a ribbon through the zipper that sort of matches this green right here. So I love that little pouch. And this I finished up this morning. I love crab prints, so did that one. A navy blue zipper, and the inside is the same fabric. I did use a stabilizer on the back side. The inside where the crab is, I used a cutaway stabilizer, so that kind of helps to give some stability to the front. So I think that's cute. I need to put a little ribbon through there. But I had, again, thrifted fabric in purple. I needed to use this up. It comes across as blue on the camera, but it's purple, and this is a nice contrasting fabric. I put a little bird. I picked up the colors in this dotted fabric and put a little bird on the front. The back of it, I opened up sort of like a ladybug here on the back, and that was because I had cut this piece too short and or not wide enough, so I was still able to use it. So that's this little skirt, and I found this pattern online, and I can't remember where I found it, but it's just a simple layered little girl skirt. And I thought I had made a second skirt, but maybe not. These are little boy shorts, and I used another crab for the pocket, and I outlined him in black. I've done several that I outlined in the same, like a navy blue, but these are just some shorts, and I used bias tape again for the hem, and the bias tape matches the orangey color in the crab. These simply have an elastic waistband. I think these are a size 3, I'm not sure. And I don't even know which pattern. I used the pattern that I've used and shown probably several times on here, just a simple boys pattern. The next thing that I've been doing, and these are a little bit wrinkly, I've been making some pillowcases. These are standard pillowcases. In another video that I made, I think I give you the dimensions of the standard pillowcase that I use. And so again, I'm using up fabric that I already have with this purple bubble print and a lighter purple. And this one I embroidered on. It's kind of wrinkly, but it says "Wake up and be awesome." I did do French seams on this, so all the seams are finished. I serged this seam here, but again on the interior, I did do a French seam right there. So I thought that was kind of cute. I did another one. I've had this fabric for such a long time. It's a Peace and Love fabric, and I need to use it up. I've had it probably for 20 years or so. It's a cotton, and so I digitized my own design, and it says peace. So I put that on the center of that, and I picked up the same colors that are in the trim here: yellow, red, blue, and black. So that's that. Okay, I have 2 more pillowcases. I used the same Peace, Love, Hippie trim on this pillowcase, and I had the letters that say peace, and then I just had a flower design that I thought was kind of cute. So that's what's on the center of that. And the last one is, again, this same bubbly purple trim and the lighter purple. And this one is a winter sort of embroidery design that I used. It's a cute dog with a scarf around his neck, and I picked up the same colors that's in the trim part, and I think he's adorable. There are some snowflakes around him. This guy probably came from Embroidery Library. I love this design. I think this is the first time that I've stitched it out, and it's stitched really, really well. So I was happy with that. The final thing that I did was a cover for a pillow. This is I think it's 12 by 16, which is the same size as the pillow form that you can get from Walmart. And this says, "Born to Fish, Forced to Work." And I just overlapped the back for an envelope style. And I did have some lovely brown piping that matches the fish really well. So I think that's kind of cute. And I think that's it. I will try to insert. The cute thing that I made was my 4-year-old grandboy loves to dress up, and so I made him. His other grandmother brought him back some things from Texas when she recently went on a trip. She brought back both boys cowboy boots, a cowboy belt, and a cowboy hat. So the little one loves to dress up wearing that. The piece that was missing was a sheriff's vest. So I had some brown fabric, and I had a sheriff's badge that said "Howdy" across it. And the back I put on an embroidery design that said "Giddy Up." And it was, I think, with a lasso on it. But I will insert that in here. I made him try it on yesterday, and he was not willing to put on the whole regalia with the boots and the belt and all, but he did put the vest on and model that for me, so I'll try to insert that. The only other things I've made were 2 pairs of pajama bottoms out of flannel fabric that I had thrifted, and those were for the older grandboy. And I embroidered on those two just to embellish a little bit. So that's it, and I appreciate your watching. I'll be back with more in another 2 to 3 weeks. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, and I appreciate your watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.